Greetings, YouTube. The Gentleman Gamer finished a Let's Play of the game Bioshock just this week. And he's asked me to do a video overview or review of the game itself, because I'd never played it. I had been familiar with the basic storyline, and he and I discussed it as a setting for role-playing games, and we bantered on a few ideas back and forth over time. But I'd never played it myself. I'd never really gotten deeply into the storyline in real time, if you will. And I've been trying to figure out how to come at this video, what angle to take. Because I gotta tell you, it's a big topic, it's a big subject, and it isn't one that I'm having a lot of fun thinking about. Now, I could talk about the fact that the game is beautiful. It is a visually stunning game. I give kudos to their design team. It looks wonderful. The underwater effects are awesome. The setting has this wonderful feel with the the Art Deco styles here and there, and the 1950 thrown in there. And I'm a big fan of Art Deco, so they hit a soft spot in my heart. I could talk about the fact that the writing's excellent, and the gentleman is correct in that. The writing is top-notch. There are a lot of voice overs with little tapes being played from people that had lived in the city prior to the disaster that overtook it. And the writing in those pieces is great, and the voice acting for the people that are reading these pieces of script is also excellent. I could discuss the camera mechanism in the game, where you take a picture of something to learn more about it, and after you take X number of pictures, you get a power-up. Really nice mechanism, kind of grounds it in the real world in a way a lot of power-ups don't. You know, you're not collecting pills or mushrooms or something until you get to a certain magic number, then suddenly you can do more damage. As you notice, I'm not really talking about the details and the background of this. If you can go look it up online. Bioshock's been out long enough. I don't think I really need to cover the storyline. But besides those very positive things I have to say about it, and those I do think that they're all very positive things, there are things I have a real problem with this game. First of all is the fact that Rapture is impossible. And that isn't normally a problem for a video game, because most video games are set in impossible worlds, and no one bats an eye. But one of the key parts of the whole idea behind Bioshock and behind the City of Rapture is that it was built as a reflection, as a reaction of reality. That our world caused the madman in charge of that asylum, Andrew Ryan, to create Rapture. And if you don't base Rapture in reality, to me, that throws a monkey wrench in my ability to throw away my willing sense of disbelief. Rapture's impossible. You couldn't build Rapture today. And if we wanted to do it, it would take the resources of the entire United States of America to do it. It would make going to the moon seem like a stroll in the park. Building a base on a permanent colony on the moon would be easier than building Rapture. They also have a level of genetic manipulation in the game which is completely and totally implausible. Genes don't work that way, and yes, that impacted my ability to swallow the storyline. But the splicers, the people who have genetically modified themselves, do play an important role. They become the zombies in the game. The people that you can just kill without thought. They're just obstacles in your way. But the thing is that in Rapture, they're people, mostly American citizens, all human beings. They're all insane, but human beings. And you slay, you murder hundreds of them. And then there's your character, of course. Now, the first time your character enters the world, he has to defend himself. Justifiable self-defense. No question asked. The second time the gentleman encountered someone, he walked up and attempted to engage them in dialogue. They attacked him. Fine. Justifiable self-defense. You're on strong moral ground in my book. But from that point on in the game, the gentleman pretty much murdered everybody he encountered. Now, I don't hold the gentleman accountable for this. If you didn't do this, the game would have ended right there. So to play this game, You instantaneously, within minutes of being in this world, have to become a serial killer. Maybe a spree killer, because this entire game seems to take place in one 24 or 36-hour period, one mad dash towards insanity. And the first thing you do when you encounter some strange chemical is inject it into your body. Now, if I told you, inject this, would you inject this in your body? You have no idea what this is. I could tell you it's water. You don't know if it's water. And if you found a strange bottle on a shelf, would you just take it and stick it into your vein? So within 5 minutes of turning the game on, you are a drug-addicted serial killer. Because that's what Adam is. A drug addiction. Addiction to power. So yes, I have some problems with this game. And then we get to the biggest thing. The politics. Andrew Ryan is a stand-in for Ayn Rand. And objectivist and libertarian themes are the core of this game. The only thing that matters in Rapture is self-interest. You'll note I didn't say enlightened self-interest. Because if anyone in this city had been enlightened, they wouldn't have gone to Rapture. No. They're all narrow-minded, short-sighted, selfish individuals that are out to make a buck, and they're willing to maim, kill, or destroy anyone that's in their way. These people are amoral at best, and immoral almost all of the time. To acquire their atom, which they use as a currency essentially, they decide to genetically rape 5-year-olds. There's no way I can put a spin on that. Andrew Ryan even goes to the point of saying that these girls are culpable, that they had as much to do with this as anyone else did. They're 5-year-olds! Apparently in Andrew Ryan's universe, there is no such thing as an age of consent. I'm sure he would have no problem if they'd actually been raped. Because, you know, they'd be equally culpable of that act now, wouldn't they? In fact, I think that the only reason Andrew Ryan would consider rape to be a crime is because it would be theft of services. So, he's a nutbag from day one. He's a petty, selfish man that didn't want to contribute to society, so he decided to go build an insane asylum at the bottom of the ocean and conned 100,000 rubes to join him. And when it all collapsed, which it was bound to do, they turned to madness as a means of survival, and all become drug addicts to Adam. Now, the one thing I can't figure out in this game is why did Frank Fontaine stick around? Not that why did Frank Fontaine show up. He saw a buck to be made. You know, far be it from him not to grift as much as he can from the nutbags at the bottom of the ocean. But why did he stick around? When he saw the deal had gone sour, why didn't he pull up stakes and bugger off? Take his wealth and go live in Tahiti? But no, he stayed to the bitter end and got himself killed by a bunch of 5-year-olds, which, of course, was supposed to be morally justifiable in the sense that, ooh, look it, the girls finally got revenge for being repeatedly and horribly manipulated and raped. No, sorry, didn't cut it. He could have been killed 1,000 times and it wouldn't have justified that. No. And your character's supposed to have, you know, redeemed himself by saving 5 girls. Great, he saved 5 girls and killed hundreds of people in the process. There are no morally redeemable people here. The only quote-unquote innocents in the entire process are the girls, who get to go on and have healthy lives, I guess. Though how you could have a healthy life after that and not spend the rest of your life in a basket somewhere is beyond me. I've seen the results of someone that's been raped as a 5-year-old. They don't go on to have sunshiny lives. Really, they don't. So, I do have some problems with this game. It's crazy. It's dark. It's depressing. And it's a perfect example of why a libertarian, objectivist society would fail miserably. I've already used it as examples in conversations with people who think that, you know, the every man for himself concept of, you know, a true libertarian, independent individual, sovereign person concept. I say, go play Bioshock. See what it's like. So, I'm glad I watched it. It was beautiful, well done, wonderfully executed, and the gentleman's commentary was, as always, witty and enjoyable. But I wouldn't want to be there. And if I found myself on that landing pad, as soon as I saw that film from Andrew Ryan, I would have walked back outside and started to swim for shore. And frankly, when I drowned and was eaten by sharks, I would have been better off.